Talk a bit more about that, Pierre. I know that at different points in the past couple of years, the Conservative Party has thought, at least internally, about shifting the setting of the annual intake from a small p political decision, in effect a decision taken by the minister, to something rooted in a formula that accounts for things like housing starts or the unemployment rate or whatever. How in effect do we get these numbers under control?
Well, we definitely have to cap population growth. Now, I say population growth because the immigration formula is that there's two parts to it.
Yes.
There's the numbers coming in and there's the numbers going out. Natural population growth in Canada is basically zero. In fact, it was negative for the recent quarter. So yes, when I say population growth, I'm talking really about immigration minus emigration.
Yes.
We have a lot of people who are supposed to be leaving in the next sort of year. They are international students and temporary foreign workers on temporary visas that are going to run out.
Yes.
So we're going to need more people to leave than to come for the next several years. And that means even having negative population growth in that time period. And then after that, we have to have a hard rule. And I proposed this a long time ago, that the growth in the housing stock, job market, and availability of doctors must always be higher than the growth in population. You can set that by the levels plan. There's something called the levels plan where the government actually sits down and pencils out how many people are going to be allowed to come in, how much our population is going to be allowed to grow. And we need to basically say, well, if we grew the number of doctors by this much, and we grew the number of homes by this much, and the number of jobs by this much, well, the population can only grow this much, because we can't overload any of those systems for our own people, or it's not fair for the people who come. So it's actually a false promise if we invite people here and then they have no place to live and they can't go to a hospital when they get sick. So that's how I think we need to do it. But it's going to take a time to get back.